There's a time for living. The time keeps on flying. Think you're loving, baby, and all you're doing is crying. Can you feel? Those feelings real. Look at your game, girl. Look at your game, girl. What a mad delusion. Living in that confusion, frustration and doubt. Can you ever live without the game? The sad, sad game. Mad game. Just to say your love's not enough. If on you can't be true, you can tell those lies, baby, but you're only fooling you. Can you feel those feelings real? Look at your game, girl. Oh, look at your game, girl. If you can't feel and the feelings ain't real, then you better stop trying, or you're gonna play crying. Stop trying, or you're gonna play crying. That's the game. Sad, sad game. Mad game. Sad game. There's a time for living. The time keeps on flying. Think you're loving, baby, and all you're doing is crying. Can you feel those feelings real? Look at your game, girl. Look at your game, girl. What a mad delusion. Living in that confusion, frustration and doubt. Can you ever live without the game? The sad, sad game. Mad game. Just to say your love's not enough. If on you can't be true, you can tell those lies, baby, but you're only fooling you. Can you feel those feelings real? Look at your game, girl. Oh, look at your game, girl. If you can't feel and the feelings ain't real, then you better stop trying, or you're gonna play crying. Stop trying, or you're gonna play crying. That's the game. Sad, sad game. Mad game. Sad game. There's a time for living. The time keeps.
Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up. Welcome back to Slivers is for Justice. We are a sliver up in the top of your screen. We're really thin tonight. While I'm working on that, welcome back, you guys. Look at your game, girl. Living in confusion, sorrow, and illusion. You guys, I've watched way too much Manson, and I'm officially losing my mind. All right, Zoom. Where is Zoom? We're going to do some call-ins, you guys. Listen, why are we so thin in here? Why is it like that? Right? No problem. Anyways. Got that right. Okay, it should work now. And it didn't. Oh, Lord. Yay, mute button. Okay, so let me get... There we are. There we are. Hey, girl, hey. All right. We're back. We're back in black, and we're going to take call-ins. So hold on. Let me get the number up on the screen so that you guys can give us a jingle. But don't call yet because I got to pull it up. I know. La Bianca needs to come off here. How do I... There we go. All right, you guys. We've got a couple rules. If you call right now, I'm not answering because I don't even have my phone pulled up. So we got a couple rules to go over. Ground rules. We're taking one person at a time. Obviously, you can only call one at a time. If you don't get an answer, be patient, call back. Second thing, you have a 2-minute limit. 2 minutes. Unless we make it go further. But it yes. But we're gonna yeah, unless obviously, but we're gonna give 2 minutes for you to, make your comments or whatever it is that you have to say, and then we'll go from there. So let me go ahead and open up the phone lines officially. Can't wait. Am I muted? Oh my God, you guys are though.
Oh, are we?
Oops.
Oh no.
I give up.
I
give up.
Man.
I know. I try to, Remy. Mute button said mute button gets 5 minutes.
Mute button gets muted.
And then I look over and I'm like, you're muted. But they can hear you now. We're all good. All right, you guys. We are, why is it preventing me from... Hello, Cousin Tracy. Hello again, Snow. Hello, Shell. I wasn't muted. They were. All right. The phone lines are open. Call if you dare. No, I'm just kidding. Come on, yo.
Don't scare them.
I was just kidding. Call in if you allow. Sure. Give Google Voice permission to use your phone. I thought I did that. Can you guys hear the test sound?
No.
No.
No. No.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. They hear it.
They can.
I there was too, Remy. She said there was a buzzer button along with the mute button.
Mm.
727 756 0001. Okay, cool, Charisse. So it's working. But I got to make it so the girls can hear it because they're all high maintenance and shows.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, we want to hear them.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sorry that we want to hear, you know.
We don't want to be muted and not be able to hear.
Right. I get it. I get it. You can't win with me. 1 ringy, 2 ringy, 3 ringy, 4. No one's calling, you guys.
Oh, come on.
All right. I need Potato to lure him in, so I'm going to be quiet for a minute.
What do you want me to say?
Lure them in with your voice. Say, come talk to a British true crime goddess.
Come hither.
Oh, someone's going to be sound biting that, baby.
Oh, God. I need to think before I say stuff.
Yes, you do. I think maybe you do sometimes, but it's all good.
Gosh.
Oh,
Ooh.
can you hear us?
Hello.
All right, let's
It
see.
worked then.
It
Come
worked,
hither.
except I'm frozen on the damn screen. But
Is somebody actually calling?
Yeah.
hello, welcome to J is for Justice.
To send a voicemail, press 2.
What happened?
To accept,
Hmm?
press 1.
Oh,
To
press
send a
1.
Voicemail, press 2.
Hello, I think they call back. Whoever that was, 915. Call back. Laura wants to know if she can call and talk to the dogs. Sure.
Laura, isn't that photo creepy? It kept popping up during Casey Anthony.
What photo?
Mine. She said it looks like
Oh.
the Exorcist chick.
It does, though.
It does. It's
I don't-
scary.
I don't
Looks
even
dead.
know who she is.
And that's like mid-exorcism.
Mhm.
Probably should find out. She's probably like a murderer or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think that's actually in like a courtroom or something.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we have
Ooh,
a
you're
call.
ringing.
Call from
Sharice Prophet.
Charisse.
one. Call from
Auntie Cheryl.
to accept,
Oh, there's
press
2.
I've got one on hold. Can you see my screen?
Yeah. What did
Yeah.
you do?
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello. Hello, hello. I can't hear her.
Neither
Mm-mm.
can I.
Snow. What is going on? I know
Sherry
it's a
said it
black
went-
screen. I'm having technical difficulties tonight. So what
She
we're
said it
gonna
went
do?
to voicemail.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Okay, let's have a do-over. Okay. Fuck it. I'm sorry. When I share my screen, you can't see us, so we're gonna have to do things a little bit different, guys. It's always a challenge. You know that. And we are back. Hello, hello. Now, let's try this on Chrome. And if not, we'll just give out the Zoom number. I mean, this worked before. I just didn't have to share. You guys aren't going to hear them because for you to hear them, I have to share my screen, which is dumb. Hey, Amy Cummings, welcome to Roberta.
Birder.
Roberta. I don't know what your browser might prevent calls from ringing.
The line just goes to voicemail.
I can hear it ringing, can't you?
Yeah.
Then you'll be able to hear them talk and hear it ringing.
Well, I can't even ring now.
Okay, all right. I think I'm straight now. My volume's going in and out. Oh my God, you guys. What the heck?
Yeah, it is cutting.
Yeah.
It is.
Choppy.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I think I can fix it now. Is my audio better now?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see here. So somebody could try and call again. I think I've got it fixed.
Auntie.
I think I just had entirely too much stuff open at once. It happens.
Sure, you said it's sent her to voicemail again.
Did it even ring?
I didn't hear it ring that time, but
Oh, but they're behind, so maybe it was while you were messing with it.
Oh yeah, I forget about that.
there we go.
Oh no, Laura.
Oh God.
He can stay where
It's
he
the-
is.
It's the music.
It's my picture. It's possessed. That's what Jen Isley said.
A mix of your picture and Manson's music. I mean,
Oh, I need
Auntie
to change it
Cheryl,
now.
can you hear us? Hello? We're connected. We've been connected. 915, we are connected. We've been connected for 33 seconds. The buzzer, push me, slap me, or lick me. I like it all.
Oh my god.
oh my God.
Maureen Campbell. J4. What is your game, girl? I don't have a game. I have no game. I literally have no game.
All we need is Maligator's lamp now to complete this.
Yeah, to complete the set.
For reals. All right,
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
going to
the
put
call of
the
our
Zoom
hands.
thing into chat, I suppose.
Yeah.
In the name of
Okay,
Jesus,
what's that?
Father God, Lord. All right. You guys can call this number if you don't want to do the thingy, you know, whatever you call it. The Zoom app. I'm so disappointed in Google Voice right now. Like, get with the program, Google Voice.
Yeah, like it's worked before.
It has.
Yeah.
And it worked fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here is the Zoom link.
The paws are stuck in the Elon.
They
portal.
are. They're stuck. Charisse, I know we were connected and it's not working. Like, you can't hear me for some reason. For some weird reason. Like, if I'm on Google Chrome, why do I have to do anything into my browser to make Google Voice work? Like, shouldn't it already work?
You would think so.
I mean, that's just your browser might prevent calls from ringing. Like, really? It's a Google browser and a Google app. Like, why? Make it make sense. Google pisses me off sometimes.
Me too.
I think they make everyone mad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's try
Whoa.
this one more time. I closed it, reopened it. You guys can try the number. Can someone try? I have 9 new voicemails.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Let's try it one more time before we completely give up. I'll
It's a
call
scam.
myself. I mean, it's a scam.
Who said that?
Auntie said that.
Cheryl.
Auntie.
It's a scam. We're collecting your personal information.
Google hates your game, girl.
It does. I don't have Game Girl.
Charisse is still on the line.
On the line. No, she's not.
How? I thought it was going to voicemail.
Oh.
Hmm.
All right. It's ringing. Answer.
Call from.
Auntie Cheryl.
To accept, press 1. To send a
Okay.
voicemail, press 2.
Press 1, right?
To accept,
Mm-hmm.
Auntie Cheryl?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I hear you. Can you guys hear her,
Yay!
Potato and Heather?
Nope.
You can't.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Stay right there, Auntie Cheryl,
I will, sweetie.
because I'm going to make it so that they can hear you.
Okie dokie.
Computer. Oh, I found it. Oh, Jay. Oh, Jay. You can just share audio. You don't have to. Auntie Cheryl,
Yes,
can you guys hear her?
Nope.
Nope.
I can't hear them.
But the chat can.
Okay. Well then. Hi, Auntie Cheryl. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing.
Let's
great,
talk
sweetie. How are you
Manson.
doing?
Let's talk Manson, Auntie Cheryl.
Let's do. Y'all did a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. We're not done. We have a couple more episodes, actually. Do you want to hear about what they're going to be about?
I do. I would love it.
Okay, cool. So this week we're going to do the MK Ultra, which is right up your alley. I know you love conspiracies and everything that goes along with them.
You know it.
And then we have an exciting Sunday Night Live. We're having Andy Tillett, who is a reporter for Daily Mail, Radar Online, National Enquirer, et cetera, et cetera. He was. Now he's like doing something else with the publisher. But anyways, he wrote a book with another fellow on the Manson murders. And they did a lot
You've
of
got a lot of good
investigating.
information.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's
There's
a
a lot
great
of good
resource. Like he's talked to a lot of people. We'll ask him. He's willing to talk about anything. So bring your questions actually, because he's covered a lot of pop culture and a lot of different stuff. So that's coming up this week. Exciting stuff.
It is exciting. You know, I'll be there. I live and breathe Manson since I remember it.
So
when I was there.
Tell us how old you were, if you want to. Tell us how old you were. What, like, when you first heard of Manson? What was it? What was the vibe like back then? Tell us, because we're just trying to guess here.
Well, I'll just say I was entering my early teens, but he's scary, man. You could feel his evil through the camera lens. I'm not
Did he
kidding.
scare you back then, or were you intrigued?
Yes. No, he scared the hell out of me.
He did. So you
Yes,
didn't want to be
it
a
was awful.
follower?
No, I think I was going to pass. It didn't seem to turn out real well for them.
That wasn't in your cards.
It was not. I was not that much of a hippie.
So, did you try LSD back then?
I did not. I had a friend that was addicted, and I had to help her kick it, and it was too scary for me, man. It was
She was addicted to.
acid.
I didn't know it was addictive. Like
You think it
psychologically.
Yeah, psychologically it is. And then the flashbacks are what really hit you, because she would start screaming and saying everybody's faces were melting.
Wow.
It was, like Raiders of the Lost Ark when everybody's faces melt and that type of thing. That's the only thing I could.
But you never did it yourself I was always afraid to try that kind of stuff too.
I was not brave enough.
I always was afraid I was going to freak out and kill myself. That's really what I thought. I was like, there's no way I can do this because I literally will see things that aren't there and it'll scare me and I'll freak out and I'll be dead. And I'm not ready to die. So I never did it. It's kind of a good.
We don't want you to die. So
it's kind of a good way to think, I guess.
Yes, but it was scary, and it was a different time. It was people were a lot more open-minded, of course, but at the same time, it was still dangerous. It was still dangerous, and I think that everybody was kind of free love, and just having a good time up until Manson, and then it kind of opened people's eyes, and people started being a little bit more cautious.
I think I've got another call coming in.
Well, why don't you take their call?
Oh, okay. Now that it's
you could hear me.
Okay. Thank you, Auntie Cheryl. Love you.
You're welcome, sweetie. Love you. Y'all did a great job.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, sweetie.
Oh, I missed the call. Okay, let's call whoever that was back. You guys still can't hear the call? Or can you?
No.
Can't. I wonder why. That's really strange because I don't understand how this stuff works. It's so confusing.
It's only when you share screen, which is weird. I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm just not a technical person, But I'm trying to see if there's anything I can do to make it, I mean, maybe this. Did you hear that?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. It bums me out because I really wanted you guys to be able to hear. All right, let's try this way. How about this? No.
Fork.
I don't know. What the fork?
For fuck's sake.
For fork's sake.
Stick a fork in me, I'm done.
For real. Well, we could just use the Zoom. That way you guys can hear. So
yeah, I think that'd be easier.
We'll just do the Zoom. So here is the Zoom. Hi, Carol.
No peens.
Yeah, no peens.
There's a waiting room, so yeah. That won't fly. I'm going to make you guys co-hosts. The link is in chat, you guys. All right. Now you guys have powers.
Try that, sure.
You have powers. Do I?
Oh, I can record you now.
Yeah.
Too bad you couldn't when I was singing.
I know.
Oh, I thought that
will it show like when someone pops
Yeah,
in
it should show the waiting room.
It'll say did it and it'll say, someone's waiting or whatever.
I never used Zoom.
All I want to do is zoom and zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. Just shake your rump.
Rump shaker, rump shaker.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, check, Mike. Oh my God. You didn't hear the sound bit either, did you?
Mm-mm.
Me either. Heather, shake your rump. Oh, I love you guys.
I haven't listened to that song in forever.
How do I love you so?
Hey, Megan.
You heard that down, didn't you?
No.
Can't. I really, really, really cannot right now. Does anybody knows OBS in this chat room? Do I have to make a second audio? I wonder if I can do that. I know. Oh my God. Y'all up there twerking. shut up, Skulls. Just shut up. Somebody call in on Zoom. All right, I'm trying something. I'm doing. This is going to be like a test to see if I can get you guys to hear this. So, I'm not really even sure what to do. Let's see. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Did it do anything different?
No.
Oh, for God's sakes. Okay, let's try it this way.
Poopy, call in.
Poopy ass Roberta.
What just happened?
My what?
What just happened?
What?
What do you mean?
What
What are you
happened?
talking about? What?
We didn't see nothing.
Did you guys hear that? Dun, 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 dun. I bet chat did. Jay's gonna stop playing now because I'm gonna just make it. I'm gonna blow everybody's eardrums out.
Charisse is still on.
What the hell?
Where?
Charisse is like lost in Google land. Somebody ding ding.
Is that someone here?
Your
Oh yeah,
co-host.
Maureen.
Who? Maureen Campbell.
Oh, where'd she go? Oh, there she is.
Hi, Maureen. Oh, she's not connected yet. I'm so nervous using Zoom. I wish we could use Google Voice.
Hello?
Hi, Maureen.
Hey.
Hey,
How are you?
good. I wanted to call in because I was a kid when this happened. I had to be less than 10 years old.
Uh-huh.
And I'll never forget it because I was over at a classmate's house who had chicken pox. And my mother brought me over there. It was a school night. And we were watching the Manson murder movie on TV.
Ooh, scary.
And I'll never forget it because she brought me there so I would get the chicken pox because they did that back then.
Yeah,
If
to get it
chicken
out of the
pox
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get it out of the way. And what was really interesting for me to see with this, because you know I was around when it first happened and all of that, but was to see your generation and how you guys reacted to it, which was very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how you reacted to Charlie.
You know,
You know?
I know exactly what you mean because I followed the Menendez murders, you know, the boys that killed their parents. And
Right.
I saw these new podcasters that were like 20 years old, 19, 20 years old. They were revisiting the Menendez, and it's called Revisiting Menendez. They have a YouTube channel, but they're 20 years old. And I was fascinated to hear what their thoughts were on it now. And it was so different because like the boys claimed they were sexually abused. And I mean,
Right.
these kids were like, they should have never went to jail. Like this is I mean, they're outraged. Whereas back then when it happened, it was just like, we didn't talk about that stuff, you know?
No, right.
So
And
what
I
did you
know, like,
notice? Like what stood out to you that we kind of picked up on that? Was there anything in particular?
What was interesting is when our perception at that time of Charlie and them was that it was a bunch of drugged out hippies who just went on this killing spree. How dare they, trying to start a race war, ruining the White Album, okay? And to listen to you guys you made me feel sorry for Charlie almost. And you brought up a lot of things that we didn't even look at back then on, you know, his childhood and how he grew up and all of that, you know. He was
Like the human
destined
side
to-
of him, right?
Right. He was destined to go where he went, you know, and it's sad now when you look back at it. Nobody interceded to help him at all. I mean, at one point, I think his mother tried to sell him for a beer.
Yeah,
or
she did.
for a thing of beer. Yeah.
At the bar. Yeah.
That
Yep.
is so
No,
sad.
Yeah. Yeah. But I wanted to say hi and
I'm
tell
so
you how
glad you
interesting
did.
it was to me.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
this
so
is
glad you
Aw.
did,
interesting
Maureen.
to hear it from you guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much. Take care and stay
Bye.
safe. Bye, Maureen.
Bye, Maureen.
Bye.
I love this. Charisse,
And Charisse
Hi.
is
you
on.
found us.
Yay.
We
Yes, I
found
did.
you.
She's not lost in Google land anymore.
Thank God. I'm so sorry. That thing was hokey. I didn't even see your call on there, and we were like connected. I don't know what happened. Charisse, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you just fine. And no,
Yay.
I'm not a murderer.
Well, that's good.
Hello, Charisse.
Hello.
What's up, Charisse? What's on your mind?
Well, I remember this case. I was 6 years old when this happened,
Mm.
but in my 78, when he went to his first parole meeting, I remember rushing home after school just to watch to see what happened. That's how much it affected me.
Wow.
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 It was gruesome. I've read everything about it.
So was there anything that we didn't touch on that you wished we would have or that we missed?
No, I think you guys put out more than I knew.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome because we've never really, we just heard about it. Like we knew this all happened, but we were all kind of like, we never really dug into it before. We just thought he was a madman who I actually thought he killed people.
Yeah, so did
I did too. And I remember the court, when the girls went to court, ooh, they were scary.
Yeah. I bet. They looked
Did
scary.
you watch that live when it was
Yeah,
going on?
yeah. Well, I don't know if it was live, but I did watch it. I was 15 when he went to his first parole hearing. I don't remember, what the dates were for the court. So it may have been a video that I watched later in life because, like I said, I was only 6. And because of Vietnam, my mother didn't let us watch the news. So
yeah.
most of what I got from it was from the newspapers.
Which is what we saw is like pretty much all the same story without like the extra stuff that we kind of came across. Things that I think the narrative was that Charlie was this madman, crazy lunatic. And
yeah, they gave the impression that he was there.
Yeah. And I mean, when you watched the parole hearings though, and you heard him say like, I never killed anyone, did that even faze you? Because it never fazed me hearing him say that.
No.
I just thought he's full of it.
Yeah. I just, with the tattoo on the forehead with the cross and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He was just evil.
Hard to take him
incarnate.
serious. You know what I mean? He made it really hard to even take anything he said serious. So
Gave me the creeps.
So were you you were 6.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So that was all right. So you're not that much younger than me. So you wouldn't really have any. Did you have any siblings that were older at the time?
Yes. I have a brother that's 4 years older than me.
So he was only 10 though.
Yeah. I don't remember us ever discussing it. In fact, I didn't discuss it with my parents either. It was all, I'm not supposed to be watching this gory stuff. So I kind of kept it to myself.
Yeah. Scary. That had to be scary at that age. Cause like, I remember I was probably about that age when Adam Walsh was abducted. Maybe I was like 8, but I remember it. And I remember being petrified of being abducted, and then you go to school and we learned about stranger danger, they called it. And,
right.
It's petrifying when you learn about things like this as a kid.
Yeah. I remember one case in Detroit. That's where I'm from. And I was a young kid and there were little boys being abducted and murdered every time it snowed. And I remember my mother telling me, don't talk to police, don't talk to priests, don't talk to nobody.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were in Metro Detroit area?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. That's where I'm from too. I don't know if you knew that.
I did.
Yeah. I'm from Romeo. You know where that's at?
No, have no idea.
It's
I'm from Westland.
Oh, okay. So you're further south. So I'm like 30 miles north. You know where Sterling Heights is?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe like 20 minutes north of Sterling Heights.
Okay.
So I was up further north, but there's a
Another
lot of
Motown
Metro
girl.
Detroiters in here. There's a couple others that join us too.
I think it's the voice, the accent. We kind of attract to each other.
I know, I love it. I love other Michiganders. So you're still up there?
No, I'm in Texas now.
Oh, good for you. You got the hell out of Dodge.
What a
And
change.
It's hotter than hell down here.
Hotter than Hades. I know,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
in Florida. It's hotter than hell here too.
Oh, my grandmother lived in Tampa, and just the humidity was incredible.
Oh yeah. I'm right in that area too. It's beautiful here, but it is hot in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so is there anything else? What was I going to ask people tonight? I was going to ask certain questions. I loved the comment about our generation and seeing our generation react to this. I think that's super cool and super interesting.
Yeah, like when y'all were talking about that young man and how he looked like he was drugged and everything, what occurs to me is that TV was rather new, and people didn't know how to behave in front of the camera. And he
that's
was
a good point.
really, really nervous.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
That's that's an
no.
excellent point. That's an excellent point. How would he have known what to look at, what to say, what to do? And he was probably super scared, in shock. All of the above. I mean, the kid went through, something that, most people don't go through in a lifetime.
Yeah, it was. We just don't believe that things like that could happen, and we believe that it was a one-off. Like this. This is bizarre, and it's not going to happen again in my lifetime. But now look at what we're in.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Right. And the whole. Okay, let me ask your opinion on this, Charisse. Okay. So what, if anything, have you ever thought about like the mind control aspect of the Manson case?
It didn't occur to me. I suppose because I was so young, it didn't occur to me that was a part of the thing. And I didn't understand how powerful drugs were.
Yeah.
Because I was young. I think that had a lot to do with it. I hate methamphetamine, and I think that had a lot to do with their actions.
Yep. So it was like the equivalent of like meth now, kind of. It was probably more pure then because they weren't using like laundry soap, right? This was more like pills, like prescriptions, right?
Well, meth.
Because they were taking amphetamines, which was like speed. And then
they were taking pills?
Yeah. They were taking mescaline. They were taking speed, acid. I don't even know what else. But it sounds like it was, or mushrooms, that kind of stuff, and marijuana. But it sounds like it was pill form.
I know that when I graduated high school, it was already in the crystal. That's what we called it, crystal meth. It was already in that crystal form, and that was in 1981. And yeah, LSD was pure back then. You can't make real LSD nowadays because it's illegal to find the chemicals to make it. So what people are calling acid today is not the same thing that we had back in those days.
It's not?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that. So
yeah, the government outlawed one or two of the chemicals that it takes to do the process to make LSD. So now what you get is acid, and it's a lot of rat poison.
Ew.
Oh.
Wow. I didn't know that.
You just triggered something in my brain. When I was in high school, there was a girl that bought a joint from someone, and it was laced with rat poison, and she ended up in the hospital.
Oh, wow.
I remember that. She was really, really sick. It was scary. And that was in the 90s.
School, PCP was a big thing.
Really?
Yeah, they would lace
That's major.
Yeah, and a lot of kids in high school, we could buy joints in the smoking area. We actually had smoking in high school. It was allowed.
Mm-hmm.
And you could buy a joint for $1, but sometimes it would be laced with PCP. So it wasn't a good idea to buy
That's
a
really
joint.
scary.
Scary.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being a teenager like now. I can't imagine with all the
100
stuff
times
that's out
worse
there.
now.
Mm-hmm. It seems so
100
innocent, you know? Dropping acid in the 90s seems innocent compared to stuff that goes on now, you know? But
Yeah,
back to
we
what you were
didn't-
saying about like meth and the outrageous things that people can do when they're on methamphetamines.
Mhm.
I mean, they remember the one guy in Miami that literally like started eating that guy's face.
Yeah,
was
I
bath
remember
salts.
that. Yeah, bath salts.
I don't know what those are, if that's math.
I mean, it's the same type of thing. It's just chemicals that affect your brain. You know, it's not, don't you think,
Yeah,
Charisse? It's just,
yes. It messes up your brain really, really bad. And I think a lot of people never actually recover, even if they stop doing the meth.
no, it's
I don't think
permanent.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
don't
It's
think they
permanent.
ever recover.
It's
Yeah.
so sad because I see those people and they never move right. They never talk right. They have jerky, like unintentional movements, things like
So
that. And
it affects like your nervous system.
yeah, exactly. Yep. It's
Causes
really,
seizures.
really scary. But to think that, you know, because I'm thinking about these murders and this overkill and like stabbing Mrs. LaBianca, you know, 40 sometimes, like what
Yeah.
the hell? That has to be, like you said, that rage in the drugs.
Yeah, and they just walk away like, whatever, it was a
Right.
great
Like, peace
trip.
out. Let's
Mhm.
go smoke weed and listen to music. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
to them,
I don't
that
know.
was peaceful. Like in their effed up, like distorted minds, they were
Mhm.
doing a good thing. It was weird.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
even when they went back to the ranch, like Manson would ask them, like, do you have any remorse? And they'd be like, no.
And I
No.
bet that
That's
just made his
insane.
day.
I think he had him convinced that they were doing the right thing by him.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's just it blows my mind that anybody can be brainwashed like that. But I guess we do forget how powerful those drugs are and how mind altering those drugs are. You take
And not even
someone
just
who's
the
already
drugs
lost.
either.
What
Not even
potato?
just the
people-
drugs, but
Sorry.
oh, you go ahead.
I was going to say, people in that era, we were naive. We didn't understand, that these things would go. Very naive. We didn't understand that, somebody could have that kind of mind control over us. At least I didn't.
Yeah, I never realized, the extent of the mind control. What were you going to say, Potato?
But Manson learned about his mind control and stuff in prison as well. Like he'd read books and things on how to control people, and he used to get them to play games with him. So he'd be walking past someone and he'd stop them and like put their hands on his hands and do movements and things and get them to copy his facial expressions and everything. So then he could figure out which ones from his family were the most susceptible to being mind controlled, because these murders and things, they were only done by literally 5 people.
So
out
he
of
had his own little
60 odd
mode of testing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he was
was
eating
very
it.
narcissistic.
You think so?
Yes. A narcissist will stand in the mirror and practice facial expressions until they get it right, so they can fool other people.
Like they get their composure and their expressions, kind of like an actor, right?
Or
Like an
maybe
actor
it's-
would do.
Yeah.
Maybe it's sociopathy. I don't know, but they'll stand in the mirror and they'll like, if they saw somebody lose a child and saw the parents' grief, they would go home and say, okay, this is how my face should look if I'm grieving. So
Yeah,
if
because it doesn't come to them
they're like
naturally.
mocking the emotion and the emotions
Right.
Mhm.
to get that emotion on their face. But a narcissist, though, from what I understand, also really loves themselves. And I'm torn on that because I don't feel that Charlie loved himself. I think, I don't know really. I don't think that he loved himself to the point where he thought he was great. I think he really was like, wow, these people listen to me. I really don't know why, but I'm going to go with it.
Yeah, it could be sociopathy or psychopathy. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know.
I was going to ask, are you like a psychologist or something.
No, I'm just a lowly worker.
With the rest of us.
Yeah.
Well, you have a lot of really cool insight into the case. Thanks for sharing that with us.
You bet. It was fun. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm going to jump back.
Okay, thanks, Charisse. And sorry about
Bye,
the
Charisse.
phone thing. I apologize for that.
That's not your fault. It's okay.
Okay, thanks,
It's Google's
Charisse.
fault.
Yeah.
We're blaming it on
Google.
Google.
Hi, Sherry.
All right, bye,
Bye-bye.
Charisse. Do we have anybody else that wants to call in? Let me put the link in the chat again.
What were you talking about? Dish soap or laundry detergent and drugs?
Yes. Okay, so so when they stopped doing like where you could buy the pseudoephedrine over over the counter, you have to get it from the pharmacist.
Yeah.
They also, at least here in Florida, they were limiting at one point in time when it was really bad. Now it's more pills and fentanyl, I think, than it is meth. I hear a lot of meth, but I hear a lot about pills and fentanyl. But back in the early 2000s, the meth labs, I think, were, they were fighting them more or something. But at any rate, you could only buy like 2 jugs of Tide. You could only buy so much drain cleaner. You couldn't go in there because they were going in there and buying all of it.
Weird.
And that's what they mix and use in meth because it's cheap. It's cheap.
Who thinks of this stuff? Oh no.
Oh.
Who's the buzzer?
Oh.
Is this Skulls?
Poopy.
Yes. Poopy.
Crafton's in chat. He missed your mustache.
Bundy's a poop butt. Bundy's his mom.
Bundy's a poop butt. What did Crafton's here?
Yeah, he's
He's
in
in
chat.
chat.
He missed your mustache.
You want me to let poop butt in?
Crafton, rewind to the beginning. Just for a quick second. I was on top chat. Hey, Fly High. I didn't see you. Hey, John Gone Girl.
John gone. Ding dong.
Ding dong. He's not
Hey,
even
Julie
connected.
Labrador. Hi, Muffin Top. I didn't see all of you guys earlier.
Poop butt.
Charisse, you did awesome. Thanks for calling in again. Poopy on the butt. You're supposed to connect to computer audio.
And
on
he's
the
over
butt.
here giving you shit.
No pun intended, right? Giving you shit. Come on, Poopy. Connect to computer audio. Maureen Campbell said pharmacies in Ohio keep certain cold meds behind the counter and I think are limited purchases. Yep. They were buying all of like the Sudafed, the Benadryl, all the stuff that has that pseudoephedrine in it. And pseudoephedrine's kind of like a speed. And
The things people think of, though, I mean.
yeah, and then so the additives were cheap, like Drano, Tide. I remember going when I went to Walmart one time and this guy went through, he was trying to get away with it, went through the self checkout thing. And they literally came over and dude, these people were like so thin, like you could tell they were on drugs. And the lady came over and she's like, I'm sorry, you cannot purchase all this stuff. And that was, I think, when I learned about that. I never had seen anybody try to buy that much laundry soap, but I saw it in Walmart and I was like, and they were like literally taking their stuff away. And the people walked out pissed. I think they refused to sell them anything. So it was, I was like, what the hell? I'm like, why would you ever want to put in your body something that contains laundry soap or Drano? Like,
Yeah.
it's so
crazy.
scary. It's so scary. The buzzer, are you with us?
What's going on?
Hey,
Hey,
long time no
Skulls.
here.
Welcome to Jay is for Justice podcast, where we're on mute more than not.
Says you who couldn't connect.
Yeah.
If you don't comply, you'll get buzzed out.
You're too much with your name changes. How you doing?
What are you guys talking about?
What are you talking about? We're talking about Charles Manson. Do you have any thoughts? Do you remember all of this? Did you get scared?
Yeah. No.
How old were you in 69?
Was I born yet? I was probably about 1,000, because what am I now? 1,029. Yeah.
I thought maybe you were like
think
like
so.
21, like out at the bars drinking and stuff then.
In 69, I was 21. Holy shit, that'd make me like 80 now.
I know.
Wow.
I know. I thought that's why you weren't on YouTube anymore, because you were just an old man.
Yeah, it turned gray. No, I'm not gray yet.
Where have you been? We've missed you.
Up north, northern Michigan, off grid.
Oh, nice.
Up in the woods.
Has it been nice up there? Because it's been so hot. It's probably really nice up north.
The last like 3 days have been either 90 or raining, either one.
Up north?
Yeah.
Wow, that's hot for up there.
Yeah, there's like a heat wave going through right now.
Snow said she thinks you're calling from 1969.
Probably. Yeah, I'm in a time warp.
I love Snow's one-liners. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in 69, I wasn't born yet.
I remember seeing the Helter Skelter shows and the news and stuff, like the news broadcasts and stuff.
What'd you think? You just didn't?
Well, it was kind of weird, like compared to now. Like if you go back and watch the news, or go back and watch like when they were talking about Helter Skelter, it was like really weird. You know what I mean?
What do you mean by weird? Describe weird.
I don't know if you could say cultish, or it was just really weird. Like
it was weird. I agree with you. It's
creepy.
creepy.
I can't even explain it. I don't even have no words for it. It was like weird.
It's like weirder than like Waco.
Yeah,
like that cult.
Well, it was like weirder. It was like weirder than like all the stuff you've heard about, like haunted houses, like anything that scares you. It was like really weird.
You're talking.
That's
like,
what I remember.
Like as a kid, yeah. Like
yeah.
something evil, something sinister.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even a thought at that time, but I don't remember the first time I ever heard about Charles Manson, but I'm pretty sure it was one of his parole hearings on TV. And I remember thinking this guy's a lunatic. And I never gave him a thought.
I always thought like he was possessed or something, like by a whole nother entity. That's kind of how it came across.
Yeah, I agreed. He was like the devil. I mean,
like
that's
he wasn't human. Yeah.
That's what they put on like a newspaper headline. They put the face of the devil, or the devil or himself or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know, Scott Skulls, that Richard Nixon did a press conference and said Manson was guilty before the jury came back?
Really?
Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard of a president doing that?
No.
Not
weird. Wait. No, somebody recently did. Biden did.
For
Biden
who?
called somebody something. Now I'm trying to remember. I can't
it was
but chat with them.
No, not Dylan. It was Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yep, there you go.
He commented on Kyle. I know that.
Yep.
Wow.
He said he was guilty.
Yep.
But he came back innocent.
Yeah.
Yeah. He sure did, but that's Biden. He don't count.
Wait, say that again. You cut out.
I said so that was Biden though, so he don't count.
Hey now, we're not going politics, but I do have a.
So you guys were talking about meth earlier, drugs.
Yeah.
So I can like enlighten you a little bit on that. Like meth was actually invented way back in the 1800s.
Oh, wow.
And it wasn't like used in the masses until World War II, and it's amphetamine or whatever you want to call it, mixed with the plant ephedrine.
Mm-hmm.
is from a plant, and the military would give it to all the soldiers in Germany. Germany started it, and then regular people started taking it to get longer more stamina, more work hours. And it was tablets. It was pills.
Interesting.
So, and then after that, it started getting abused, and it came over here, and it was pills. And then it wasn't regulated until the 80s. And so when everybody talks about meth now, they're not talking about meth like it was. Meth like it was is like you were saying, uppers and speed, any kind of amphetamine.
So in other words, it's kind of like what Charisse was saying. Like, it's not the same. Like meth back then was not meth now.
No, crystal meth is grown from ephedrine, which comes in cough syrup and stuff, and they use batteries and all kinds of other shit to make it. It's totally not the same.
Batteries? Like the battery acid?
Lithium batteries, yeah. I don't know what else there is. There's a bunch of different things they use to make it. Yeah.
Wow. So, but back in the day, it was more like, you know, taking speed.
Yeah, speed was. That's what speed was.
Mescaline, is that speed?
Yeah.
Mescaline?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never knew what mescaline was.
Any kind of upper was
I thought
amphetamine,
mescaline was a hallucinogenic.
Yeah, I didn't know it was speed either.
And amphetamine is methamphetamine, which is not meth today, right? So it's two totally different things. They're using the ephedrine out of the cough medicine and cough syrup, but it's not methamphetamine like how it was made before, right?
I gotcha. Because that other stuff that you can't get anymore. So they're using pseudoephedrine instead of ephedrine.
Right.
Because ephedrine was banned. Ephedrine used to be in that Herbalife stuff.
Yeah.
I used to take that back in the day in the 90s. Herbalife. Remember that? I think that's what it was called. Herbalife. And it literally had ephedrine in it, dude. That shit made you like...
Yeah.
And then people started having heart attacks and stuff like that, problems with their hearts. And then they banned it. So then they took to whatever is in, like he said, cough syrups and cold medicines, like a decongestant. Why does it look like there's some... Is that a shadow?
What?
It looks like there's black on my eyelids. I don't know.
Doesn't everybody have black on their eyelids?
I don't know. It just looks... I was just looking at it.
I don't know. Just saying.
Going for that goth look again, Jay?
The what?
So anyway, about the mind control, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really partake in that. I can't.
Why?
Because the drugs they took out of choice. It wasn't like a government chemical experiment, right? So while I mean some people say it could have been, but I don't think so. But I think that it was choice. Everything was choice. That's just me.
I think that they thought it was choice. Yeah. I don't know how far I go with the mind control, if I think that the followers were under it, or if I think that Charlie was a subject of it from just being a young boy and they followed him through his life.
Yeah.
And the only reason I think that is because we know for fact, right, that there were mind control experiments going on, and they were experimenting with LSD and other drugs to kind of help with trauma and psychological problems. And we know they were doing that. And then he ended up in all these different boys' homes, and then ultimately was sent to Washington, D.C. to, what was it called? The Institute for Boys? Like, what was it called? Potato? Like the Research Institute for Boys or something? It was like...
Yeah, something like that.
Something weird. And he went through all these psychological testings and stuff. And I think he was like genius level. And what's interesting about that, Scott Skulls, is that Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, was also a genius. He was in Harvard University, and he volunteered for some kind of a study as well.
Right.
And I guess it's fact. I'm gonna have to dig more into it, but I guess it's fact that the Unabomber was under some kind of experiment with the CIA. So I don't know. I know it sounds crazy because we think of, and we're left with these media images. Thank you, Shell, and thank you, Angie B, for your super stickers.
Well, do you think that he had the power, was trying to have mind control over all his followers?
In a way, I almost feel like I don't even know how much LSD I think Manson took, because all of these people say, I never really saw Charlie do acid. He gave it to
he wasn't
all of
really
us.
do it himself, but he was giving everyone a lot more so that he would stay like more sane, I guess, so that he could then control them and had more power over them. Like if he was taking loads, then he would lose control as well. So he was taking a lot less than they were.
Do you think that when he told somebody to do something, though, that they did it because he had power over them, or do you think they did it because they were trying to please him?
Well, it's a bit of both, isn't it? I mean, people are susceptible to that kind of thing. Like that, you get different types of people. Some people can be controlled and some people can't, and they won't even realize that it's happening.
Yeah, they wouldn't even realize it because they were all so high.
Yeah, they're high, and also
He was taking a lot less
easily
than
led, and probably really wanted to please him because these people came from like broken homes and they were trying to escape their life and things. They'd already been through stuff, and they were looking for a family themselves. So when they've got someone like Manson, like I can't even remember who was saying it. Maybe it was Linda Kasabian. She was saying that they felt Linda. Yeah, it was Linda. She was saying that she felt like they were his children. So he was like that father figure kind of thing to them. And they felt like a real family.
Which makes sense because most of those girls were like girls that didn't really have like tight-knit families and things like that, and both parents and stuff like that. So they kind of had daddy issues in a way. I hate to say it that way, but it is what it is. And hold the phone. We have someone in chat. Candy Lee Woodward Stone. We have the link in there. Her brother was his guard and mentor when he was at Corcoran prison.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Call in.
Yes.
Well, I got a question for you guys. So, what if it was taken to another level? If he told everybody to drink the Kool-Aid, do you think they would have?
What, like John Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's the same kind of thing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Well, they did even say, I think it was Tex who said, was it Tex? Maybe it wasn't. But they said that they were literally willing to do anything, even if it involved like losing their own lives. Like they were that far gone with the whole cult thing.
Obviously, they didn't care about their lives. They murdered people and went away for life.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it didn't work out too well for them, did it?
But even when they'd been through court and stuff, like the girls would leave laughing and like they were happy with what was happening.
It was like it was a joke to them.
Yeah, they didn't seem affected at all.
Hey, Jerry. Jerry says, hey, Roberters.
Well, if you listen to that one, who was the one blonde who was was at the murders and was supposed to do the pregnant?
Hair lip?
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember which one.
Sexy Sadie.
The one, I think so. The one that went outside. That one. It was one of the later ones that you guys just did. Anyways,
the one who left. The one that wasn't involved. Yeah, that was Linda Kasabian.
Linda. Yeah.
No, not the one that sat in the car. The other one that went outside to check. And she was supposed to she's the one that got in the altercation in the house. It might have been Sadie. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, Susan did leave the house because she'd lost her knife, so she went out to get Linda's knife and then went back in.
Yes, it might be that one. But if you listen to her interview really close when she's explaining everything that happened, there's a big blackout period. And nobody caught that. I wasn't watching it live. I watched the replay. But if you watch it, she's talking about everything in depth and detail. But then there's a big part that's missing. All of a sudden, she's over here and they're leaving. She leaves out the part.
Bundy's a poop butt. Bundy's his mama's boy.
I was really hoping that Linda would be in chat tonight. Linda Linda has been, I don't know who Linda is, but she's just Linda. And she's been commenting on all our videos, and I was really hoping that Linda would be here tonight. She had a lot to say in the comment section. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I saw people talking about Linda, and I thought it was that Linda, and I'm like, oh, no, she's not here.
Well, I might be wrong, but you guys know all the people better than I do. But I know the last one of the last ones I watched, that happened, and nobody in chat was picking it up. But there's a big block that's blacked out.
I can't remember that.
Wait, can you say that again, Mr. Rottenborn?
It was one of the girls at one of the last ones that you did, and she was explaining everything that happened. But and then all of a sudden she was outside. There's a big part that's blacked out, like that she doesn't talk about, and nobody in chat caught it.
So she goes from being inside and like taking care of Jay Sebring and standing behind the couch, and then the next thing you know, she's outside stabbing Abigail. Is that what you mean?
That might be the one. There's like
she doesn't. Well, I think what she said was Abigail was freeing herself, and then she got away, and she had to go chase her.
Oh, okay.
She was I don't think she was tied up tight, and she freed her hands, and then she started to get away. But I don't know. I'd have to go back and listen to it. That would probably be the last one we did.
Unless I'm wrong.
No, you probably aren't. We've read so much.
There's so much.
Yeah, it was one of the last. It was one of the last ones. I know that.
It was probably the last one because that was when we did the detailed of the Tate murders.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy. But the mind control thing, Scott, did you catch my live where we talked about the lady with postpartum?
Maybe.
She was getting, so she was in Canada and she was getting, she had postpartum depression. She had just had a baby and they put her in a hospital and tried this new treatment on her, and they were injecting her with LSD. So she was getting injections. So that shit worked quick. And they were trying to see if they could, really what they ultimately wanted to do was give enough LSD to clear the mind and make it fresh, nothing there. And then implement it with new memories, like playing things over and over that you want to implement in their brain. It's like a fresh start on the brain is what they wanted to do. And they wanted to do it in the military with assassins. They wanted.
That's what happened. That's what happened to me.
Oh, Jesus. Something happened to you, but I don't think it's quite that. But
maybe that's what it was.
They wanted to be able to program these people to go assassinate someone and then make it where they don't remember doing it.
Erase it, right?
Mm-hmm. That was their goal. So they were doing all these tests and trying to clear people's brains. And these women, there was 2 women that were interviewed about it. And the one lady, she went home for a weekend. She had to get a pass to leave the hospital and go home for postpartum depression. And she went home and she told her family, I don't want to go back there. I mean, they were injecting them almost every day.
So did it work or no?
No, they were scared, dude. So she said, I don't want to go back there. So her family called and said she doesn't want to come back. And the doctor said, you come back or we're going to send the police for you. So she went back. And then the other woman got to the point where they were scared of this doctor because he was so well known. He was a doctor for the CIA. So they knew he was very prominent and they trusted him. They thought he was this god, of a doctor. And, but she got scared every time he'd come down the hall. She said she'd hear his feet coming. She went and hid in the bathroom. And she said, I don't know why I even hid in there. He was going to find me. But she hid in the bathroom and then he'd be like, come on, you have to take your injection. And she said, I don't want this anymore. And the final time she stuck to her guns and said, I'm not taking these anymore. And she said, he had a few choice words for me and I left. But she was able to leave. But she left that hospital with the brain of a toddler. She had to learn how to walk. She had to learn how to talk. It was awful. And it's crazy that this shit went on, and it was our government doing it. But they did it in Canada because they couldn't test on citizens here on American soil. Isn't that nice? So they just went over to Canada and did it to Canadians. And they got the LSD from Switzerland. It was.
Do you think stuff like that is still happening now? You know how like when they have ads on TV for these new drugs and there's like 80 million side effects and it can kill you and do all this crazy shit, and it's an ad on TV and they push it, kind of like when opiates. Remember when Vicodin came out and all the doctors got kickback for prescribing it. You remember that?
Oh yeah, I sure do.
That's what started the whole opiate epidemic, right? Yep. So do you think that kind of stuff is going on like as less subtle and with like drugs that are put out, and because now they don't have to have you in a room. Now all they got to do is monitor your phone, right?
True, but I don't.
Right.
I think we're beyond drugs for mind control because now we're moving into AI technology, and I think that's what they're on.
Your phones do a lot on your own, but do you think these drugs they put out is like a supplement that they're given to them, that they put out for the masses? No. Okay.
No, I don't. I don't think they're necessarily healthy by any means, and I think the FDA and I think the pharmaceutical companies is a huge sham. But I don't think they're using. They would even use drugs on us anymore. I think we're so beyond that. I think that was like the thing of that time, but I think now that would be like kind of prehistoric. I think now we have the AI where they can use that kind of technology. I don't think they really, I mean, of course they do need to use people, but are we evolved from what they were doing back then? You know what I mean? Because they didn't even know what postpartum depression was back then. So what would they be doing nowadays?
They got people in a trance scrolling TikTok all day long.
Exactly. I was about to say that. Like, we've got social media and everything. They can use all kinds of subliminal messaging, and you would have no idea that you're being controlled.
I've watched
social experiments.
They'll sit there and scroll for hours like they're in a trance. You ever sit and watch people, or like when they go into a restaurant or in a public place, just watch them on their phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's like interacting with
and you don't know what you're getting
Everyone's
next.
just sat on their phone.
You don't know what you're not choosing. It's one thing you go on YouTube, you choose what you watch. On there, you're getting random. Kind of scary, yeah. Yeah, they have so many different, I think with technology, ways to do things and gather knowledge without being so invasive. But they're the ones that brought LSD to this country, and then it got in the hands of the kids, and it became a recreational drug. But it was originally brought over here from Switzerland secretly for the CIA. Now get this, pre-Manson, this is something else I learned. Let's rewind to the 50s. In the 50s, the LSD was being sent in shipments to psychologists and psychiatrists in this country to use on their patients. But they weren't telling their patients because they really didn't know what it was. LSD wasn't a trippy drug in the 50s. So they're using this new drug that the FDA says can work. We want to get your feedback. So here it is. They were just shipping this shit like in boxes. I saw video footage. I was like blown away. So in the 50s, they were trying to use it for, psychiatric reasons. And then they took it a step further in the 60s. But then you have this 60s craziness. You've got Kennedy assassinated. You've got Lee Harvey Oswald's whole dealio. I mean, Manson. You've got all these weird things. The Beach Boys and all their crap. Their affiliation with Ronald Reagan and Nixon. And it's just, there's so much in that from 1960 to 1969. There's a lot of changes.
Well, it went from like the pastel colors and the family environment where the guy works, the wife's at home cooking, you raise 2 kids, your yard's all manicured. You know what I mean? The suburban life of the 50s.
Leave it to Beaver.
And then it goes to the 60s and it's peace, love, and free sex. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Totally different. Totally
No boundaries.
different.
It's all out. Women walking around topless.
Yeah,
naked.
and it changed quick.
Real quick.
Right.
Kind of like I think our world changed really fast over COVID. Not as extreme changes, but we had a lot of changes over COVID. I feel like, but not that extreme. But yeah, I mean, I think the 60s was a decade of huge changes. I mean, every decade is. But
even Manson
extreme.
talks about that when he's in jail and then he gets out, something's different. Then he goes back to jail and gets out and it's completely changed. I mean, he talked about that extensively.
He said it was so overwhelming. Couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking about that. It's weird.
Even with his music and stuff, like he composed all those songs and things in prison and then he gets out and even the music scene had completely changed.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. The surfer thing was out and it was more trippy, psychedelic stuff, you know?
Yeah.
More drug induced. But I never realized, I guess I look at that era so different, knowing that our own government is the one that introduced LSD to our country. I didn't realize that. I think they created that entire movement with that drug.
Have you guys covered like before he had this group? Like when he was
really
younger?
Skulls? Really?
No, listen, you gotta let me finish. You gotta
be kind.
No, you gotta
rewind, mofo.
Listen, you're not letting
Go back to number
Go
one.
ahead.
No, you're not letting me talk.
I am.
See?
Go.
Okay, so have you looked at the difference between like beforehand, if and during and after it, like if is in his younger years, if he had power over other people and if other people like
there you go, potato.
did what he
There's your
said
story.
or followed him,
Yep.
and then during it, he did. But then what about after? What about when he was locked up? Did he get other prisoners and inmates to group with him and so that he could control parts of the prison? That's my question.
Well, he was always
Before, during, and
isolated,
after.
wasn't he?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but that
maybe
don't
not when he
matter.
was younger.
You could pass notes though. He could still get people doing stuff. You know what I mean? Like bringing them contraband. And,
As far as that goes, I think to answer I'll give the other girls a question to answer or a chance to answer. But I think he learned more from the prisoners that were older than him because he was in there so young. I almost feel like he learned more from them than he did like reeling people in at that age. But I might be wrong, but go ahead, girls.
like you think he learned how to manipulate other people more in prison than he knew how before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when he went to like reform school and stuff, he was getting like the crap beaten out of him and stuff. So I think as he was getting older, he was learning about different situations and things and learning from other prisoners, and he was reading books. He was just basically educating himself. So I don't think that he necessarily had control over people in prison. I think he was more taking it as a learning experience, and then he used it when he got out. Because I mean, when he got out, he didn't know how to be like in society and stuff. All he'd learned was being institutionalized. And so then when he got out, he created his own kind of institution. I think that's when he used everything that he learned in prison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes sense.
And when he was a kid, he even in first grade was getting girls to do things for him and was manipulating them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He got the little girls on the playground to stick up for him. Didn't you do that, Scott Skulls? Did you have all the little
stick up for him?
Did you have all the little Heather brats on the playground sticking up for you?
It was my sister. She would go beat up all the boys in the neighborhood, but she beat me up too. She was the only one that was allowed to beat me up.
Is she older than you?
Yeah, like 3.5 years.
Oh, that's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Little Scotty Skulls.
Yeah.
He was already streetwise as a kid. Yeah, I mean, he was pretty much, you know what he called himself, Scott? A throwaway.
Mm-hmm.
He was a throwaway as a kid.
See, so I don't
Yep.
see that, like you were talking about earlier, I don't see that as being narcissistic at all.
No, I think he had very
No, I
low
don't think so.
self-esteem. But
Yeah.
I don't think-
narcissists do. Narcissists
But, like-
do have low self-esteem.
But he didn't think he mattered.
No, he didn't.
Where a narcissist is the opposite. They think they're above everybody else, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And he never said he was like Jesus or anything like that. Like that was, I don't
Other
think that was
people.
said. John McSmith, I let girls beat me. Oh, freaking John. John, take a link. Come up.
I
Snow
was friends
says
with
why?
all the girls in school, though.
White
I don't know how to see chat. My phone's just on Zoom, and I'm just listening. I was friends with all the girls in school, though. I didn't like guys being friends with guys when I was younger.
Why?
You know what I mean? Or
Skulls?
no? I don't know. I wasn't.
Why?
Well, no, like
Or no?
well, I like girls. I like girls like that, right? But I mean, I associated with girls more, and like all the hot girls or the cheerleaders or the popular girls, I was friends with all of them.
So
And
you're a bit
so,
of a
like-
stud.
No, it was the
Stud skulls.
opposite. It was the opposite. I wasn't a threat. Like I wasn't a threat to him. Like I didn't come on like other guys do, I guess. I come in from a whole different angle. Kind of like you watch my videos and how I do stuff. I'm off on another tangent, but all the regular guys would ask me how to get a date with a certain girl or whatever. And I'd be like, I don't know, dude. You got to figure it out on your own.
Help a brother
But
out.
yeah, that's what they were.
You know
Yeah,
what
they
I
wanted me to
think
help
you do?
a brother out.
I think if you
What?
make really sexy donkey sounds, you get all the chicks.
That's the cute
Ew.
woman's heart.
I get them all anyways. Like I never had a
Oh,
problem.
you don't
getting
need to do the
girls.
donkey call?
No. EO, EO. I never had a problem getting girls. Girls just always liked me. I don't know why. Girls, dogs, and kids. Kids like me. Dogs like animals. Like you could have the meanest dog, and they'd be like, "Oh, he's gonna bite you. You got to stay away from him." Blah blah blah. And they're like wagging their tail, rubbing.
That's
on
a
me.
good sign.
It's-
When I'm always I'm
Weird.
always trusting people
Mhm.
who animals like. Like if my dog digs you, you're cool in my book.
Yeah, and like if I go somewhere where kids are swinging or playing hopscotch or something, I'm always like, I gotta like, yeah, they make me play do this stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta go.
Do you hang out at a lot of places where
Like they
kids
put
are swinging?
or they'll put their. No, I'm just saying.
Wait,
if
hold
I
on,
was,
Scott. Hold on, Scott.
I'm
Listen to
saying
this.
if I was dating a girl or you know what I'm saying, like
All right, just stop.
you guys
Listen.
are trying to twist this shit up.
For this?
Are you ready for this?
Make this stuff up.
All right, go
I don't
ahead.
want to sound creepy. Well, you just sounded creepy.
Could you hear that? It was Grady Judd saying, "You ready for
No.
I got
this?"
mute.
He
I
said,
got muted.
"He said, you ready for this? I don't want to sound creepy. Well, you just sounded creepy."
Right.
I
No,
love
I didn't
you,
mean it
Scott
like
Skulls.
that. You
I
guys
know,
know.
I know, and you know
We
we're
know.
we're just chapping your ass. You know, you know how it is. Come on, you aren't new around these YouTube streets.
No, I'm not now. I
No,
used to be.
you've been up and down the streets. How's that
Every street.
experience?
I
Yes.
stay out of trouble. What?
How's that experience been for you
What's
in the
what's that,
YouTube,
YouTube?
streets? Yeah.
Well, you want me to talk about YouTube and like the different concepts and stuff and like what happens? Is that what you want me to talk about?
Well, not really. I just want to know if it's been a pleasant
Just your experience.
Yeah, like what has been your experience in the different communities you've been in,
True crime's probably the worst.
as far
to
as
be
like
honest.
people being vile to one another, or
Yeah.
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 you don't see
I
that.
don't-
Like, what other communities do you frequent? I know you do cars, so you're probably in
Cars
the car
and
community.
the auditor channels. the guys
Auditor,
who
what does that
audit.
mean? Like taxes?
No, like the Constitution of the United States, the First Amendment, Fourth Amendment, they audit, like they go into post office and their right to film in public, that kind of stuff, or the transparency channels that
Oh,
film
I've seen
cops,
those guys. Yes, yes, yes.
or the ones that film cops. You know what I mean? That's that kind of stuff. I watch all that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you find a lot of live streams in those communities?
No.
Yeah. See,
Most of the live streams is this. It's weird. Like I'll be on here. Let me be honest with you. The
Please do.
The true crime community that goes live
uh-huh.
are in the lower percentage of the subs or views in the whole YouTube world. The people who make it on YouTube, because I'm like a numbers math guy, right? So I look at how the format is, what they do, whether they're going live, how the videos are, how they're edited, all that stuff. And I'm noticing that the ones who trend and the ones who make it big put up a video that's edited and it's done very well. And they only got to put one up every week or 2 weeks or once a month. And they're getting millions of views. It's not the people that go live. Now, the ones that get huge do go live every once in a while to communicate with their followers. That I can say once in a great while. But
I'm gonna stop you there because
they're loud and beefy.
The live feature is pretty new. So it just started at the end of 2018. So I don't think we've had time to really see YouTube channels grow to the point where the live stream channels are that big because there hasn't been enough time. It takes a lot of time, right? So I think that's why, because live streaming is fairly new. Now, YouTube's been around for, 20 years? Something like that? Longer, probably? I don't know. I don't even know now. But, it was all uploading. That's all it was uploaded videos. And Lilybit, why aren't you calling in? Why'd you say bye?
Well, do you want to?
Yeah, Lilybit, come on.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to know another thing I see with the true crime community?
What?
That I'm never going to be a true crime guy, but if I was, like if I had a channel that was true crime, which I don't want to, is that when you're live, right, then you get all these people that start injecting themselves into a case. You've got the prior boss, the neighbor, the person that lived or worked at the grocery store. All these people start coming into these YouTube live streams, and it totally muddies up everything. And what the true crime community does is they pick out all the inconsistencies. Like this person said this, but that person said that. But you can't take none of that as fact or even listen to it unless the person was there. And instead of concentrating on the discrepancies, concentrate on what matches up.
Well, I don't do that. And I'm
just saying as a whole.
You mean like most of the channels? Can I tell you why? Yeah. Because they don't give a damn about Summer Wells. That's why. They don't care.
Well, it's not just Summer Wells. You got Dylan
any
Rounds.
Cases. They don't care about Dylan Rounds. They don't care. Anyone who is going to go live and talk about that kid's sexual orientation does not care about him. Period. Period. Because even
a lot
if
of the stuff is like sensationalism stuff. That's what gets people in.
It's like the National Enquirer.
Yeah, exactly.
But see what all those people that do that don't realize, and then they got the panel jumpers, right? And then you've got them. Then they start tearing each other's throats out and everything like that. That whole group, which I'm not going to name anybody, but there's a whole mess of them. The other ones that are way above that are more professional, don't even get into that. So there's this big group that's almost like, it's hard to explain. They all are in the same category, I guess, or book or whatever you want to call it, but they don't realize
it's called the Krama community.
They're not going to get it. They're not going to get anywhere. They're spending hours and hours and hours live online, and they're not going to get anywhere.
I don't think they plan on getting anywhere, to be honest with you. I don't think those are the people that want to be professional.
Seeing me with
creators.
YouTube, if I'm going to do YouTube, I have to figure out how to. It's got to be. Have to make it into.
Anybody can go to StreamYard whatever
and go live
and click
right.
a button and go live. Like you can even do it from your computer or your phone,
Yeah.
It doesn't take a whole lot of skill to use StreamYard, right? Anybody
and
can
I
do
can't
it.
see
A
and I can't
trained
see
monkey.
chat.
A trained monkey can use StreamYard. Okay.
I can't see chat, so I hope there's not like people throwing rocks at me. But
No,
that's
I'm not
just
reading chat
that's
either.
just what I see.
But no, what I'm saying is anybody can go live. So now we have a new feature, live streaming, and then we have people who don't really have, video skills or any kind of skills, but they can click a button and they can go live and they can have their own platform. But Crafton is right. Crafton and Kim, the quarantine community, they watched numbers spike while people were all at home and the egos grew and grew. That did happen to some people. But the ones that, they're kind of fly by night, Scott, you'll notice they'll get to the point where they get, I need 2,000, I need to monetize. And then they monetize and it's the same people in the lives. It's the same thing. They do the same thing. They beat these cases to death. No pun intended. And then they move on to the next one that's big and in the news.
Well, there was a word you used a long time ago.
That's not a creator. That's not a creator to me.
Right. There was a word you used a long time ago that you use. You're a reporter. So that's way different than a lot of these true crime channels are doing. They're not reporting. They're actually injecting themselves into the case by talking to these surrounding people. And I think when that happens, like law enforcement says, it makes the investigation harder. I think it does. Because if these locals and these, like it could be a grocery store working or somebody at a gas station or a neighbor or whoever, if they weren't able to get on to YouTube and to be injected into the case and swirled around but between all these channels, I think that it would be easier for law enforcement to get further in a case.
I agree with you. Yep.
Yeah. And they don't
Jerry,
realize
I want to read
happening.
Jerry's comment right now because I think it's true. She says, hey, I have a handful of jokes, some fart sounds, and some video clips of viral videos from the 90s. So I think I'll start a true crime channel. That's how some of them are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Crafton, you have to go to the very beginning. The very beginning is for you.
But just in case anybody's wondering, I have a whole new concept for my channel. It still involves my art. It is my art, but it's a totally different concept and a different way and a different format. And when I can't really get into it hardcore for hours until fall comes, because summertime
so you're going to be
I'm really
debuting
busy.
in the fall?
Yeah, I'm
Very
not
good.
gone. So everybody, there's a lot of things I do in the summer. I got a lot of prior engagements and things that I'm involved with that I do. So I'm not able to like put in the hours on YouTube that I could in the winter. So as soon as it cools down a little bit, but it won't be the same as it was, but it's still my art.
Yeah. Interesting.
And I just think it'll work out a lot better. It'll be lot better.
I have to tell you, like I have totally, changed my formats so many times. And if I go back in the last, I'm going on my 5th year. If I go back to the very beginning, I'm just like, oh my God, this is so funny because not only do you change things and upgrade things, but you also improve your skills a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing because it's a process. And oh shoot, my mic just fell. See, it's a process, but it's a process, and it's finding what works. It's finding what works for you and your audience. Yeah. And that's why you really can't go off of other creators, I'm finding, like even the bigger ones, because
some of them have really good formats that you could mimic, though.
Yeah, but they
like
didn't have those. You have
do.
to go back to the very beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't start that way. So it's whatever they incorporated. And I'm going to say something right now. I want to tell everybody, this is a little change of topic for a second, but it kind of goes with this theme. I'm going to be interviewing Cher and her father. in their very first sit down as they meet after 33 years this week.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
amazing.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's so cool. And I didn't realize how cool it was until I watched some of their live streams today. And if you guys are not subscribed to Mr. and Mrs. Cher, they have a few channels, so you may not be subscribed to that one. Make sure that you are, because honest to God, I have goosebumps. And I watched them. They left their house yesterday. They're on the motorcycle together. They stopped at Prairie Boy's dad's. So they got Papa Prairie Boy on there. And that was neat. And then now they're taking off and they're going to her dad's. And she asked me to interview them. And I'm just like, I watched the videos today and I was like,
and she hasn't seen them. So you're doing it with them together in the same room.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be really good.
And she
That'd
asked
be really cool.
me to do it. Like,
yeah, that's such a special moment as well that you can share together.
Yeah.
And you know what? When she first asked me, I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. But now I'm just like, wow. And you know, this is the stuff creators are made of. Like, make sure you subscribe to that channel, because this is one of those life events that is going to change her. And it's going to change her channel. And I'm just telling you, make sure you watch. I think it's going to be really good. And make sure you watch us here, but also their journey over there is, I mean, we all like to watch the talk shows back in the day when, you know, they're reuniting people and, oh, I was adopted and I want to meet my mom, you know, and I love watching those. We used to love to watch those. And this is real. Like, this is someone that we've learned to know. We've seen her go through transformations already. She shares like such deep aspects of her life. And I think she's a very special person to YouTube. I really do. And I hope that you guys all follow that journey for her, because I just think this is something positive and for a change. It's something real and it's something positive, and we can watch it in real time instead of watching people on panels bitch at one another.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that everybody will subscribe to Mr. and Mrs. Cher.
That will be a nice change to see something wholesome
Heck yeah.
like that.
Heck yeah. Their videos were refreshing to watch today. They're so cute and they're happy. And I see a woman who was so broken at one point in her life, and I watched her videos today and I see a strong, like, determined woman, and I see a strong man, like, guiding her, and it's just amazing. It really is. I mean, I'm choked up. Like, I really think that they have something really special.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do.
And I saw it today in those videos. So I'm excited to do that. Scott Skull's being invaded by fruit flies right now.
It's not from me.
What were you going to say? Imagine what?
I'm going to come back into chat as Linus now. No, Pigpen. That's who it is. Pigpen.
You are a Pigpen. Why?
My new screen. Because he has the flies flying around him. Pigpen.
They're Scott's bugs.
He doesn't have bugs.
It is.
Pigpen doesn't have bugs. He just has
Ask your
dirt.
chat.
Do
a poll.
I'm not doing a poll. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to pull it up.
No, my thing, what I was going to say is, imagine if Manson had the social media platforms.
Oh, God.
Back then.
Mm-mm.
So now think of somebody that's like Manson, or people, maybe not as bad as him, but the nefarious people that want to get into people's heads. Imagine the power they have with this when you put them two together. If you take somebody like Manson in today's world and mix them with the social media platforms that we have today, imagine how bad it could be.
Yeah.
It could be bad.
Really bad, because it's so easy and so fast for people to connect.
Yes. So that's something for your viewers.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened, honestly.
But that's something for your viewers to think about to don't get drawn in to something and be oblivious to what's happening, because it could happen very easy.
Mhm.
It's
Or
scary
could-
for the younger generation as well, like teenagers and stuff. Like you got
Yeah.
no idea the kind of things that could be going on, like who they're talking to.
Mhm.
A lot of kids talk to people online, like it's scary.
And they don't know
Well,
who
even
the
at-
hell they're talking to.
They have
Even-
no idea.
Even on here, there's people
Yeah.
in your chat. You can be anybody you want to be. You can pretend to be. You can say that I do this. My name's that. Whatever.
Mhm.
It just opens up a big door.
Hey, JB, we need to stand down. Patricia became a reverter.
Welcome to the family, Patricia.
Thank you, Patty. She became a member and super chatted $5. Thank you, Patricia.
Oh, that's awesome.
Patricia is
All
the
right, well-
MVP. Where do you think you're going, Pigpen?
Did you look it up yet? What's it say?
Yes.
Look at your
It's on
screen.
I can't. I just see your profile pic. I'm on the call thing. I
Oh,
can't
for
even see
God's
chat.
sakes. Okay, well, when you hang up, go back to chat, look at Pigpen, and tell me if you see bugs, because I don't know. There's dots. It could be
They're
specks
fly-
of dirt, but I don't think there's that many flies around that poor boy.
I think there's
If
flies.
he
You
has
gotta,
that many,
you
dude,
gotta do a poll in
if
chat.
he's got that many flies around him, Charles Schultz committed like child abuse. Because there's way too many
Okay.
flies to be around a young man.
Someone call CPS.
That's me with my damn fruit flies.
Yeah, you need quarantining.
There's me with my fruit flies right there. Live look.
Well, your 2 minutes with me is up. Your time is up.
I know. I should have booted you a long time ago, Skulls.
Nobody boots me. I boot myself.
I can
Got
mute
that
him.
right.
Yeah, can we mute him now?
Yeah, you can.
Bye.
Be muted.
I am.
We have the power.
I got the power.
I got the power.
I have. I can tell you, I have pulled the wool over your eyes.
What
I
you
have
saying,
what?
Skulls? What?
I have pulled the wool over. I have pulled the wool over Jay's eyes in chat quite a few times with screen name changes.
Yeah, you
think
have.
you
You're about to
have.
get that
I even
steel
got-
taken
I got-
away.
I got blocked. I even got blocked a couple times.
You did.
Yeah,
I didn't
that
know
was
it
on
was you.
purpose.
The best one, you got to admit though, the best one was my Streamlabs impersonation. You didn't even
No,
notice
no,
for like 2
no, it wasn't.
days.
That wasn't the best
Oh.
one.
Hi, Maria.
What was
Thank
the-
you. Maria
What-
just
what was
gave
the
us
best one? So you guys could do
Australia
a-
money. Aussie. Maria.
Okay. He comes from
Go, Maria. Go, Maria.
You guys could.
Go, Maria.
You guys could do a whole show on my screen names.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no
What
kidding.
But why would we want
Well-
to? Because we can just go, ee-aw.
Because I'm cool.
I
So
don't
what
need
was
to
the
do a
best
show on
one?
your screen names. I'm just going to go, ee-aw,
What?
ee-aw.
What was the best
Welcome,
one?
ee-aw,
Potato.
ee-aw, good night.
No, I'm saying that wasn't the best one because you fooled me with that one as well.
So it was or wasn't?
Yeah, it was. I was being sarcastic.
I know. You proposed to me and everything. It was awesome.
Skulls?
Yeah.
Skulls.
What? Yeah.
Skulls.
Yes, ma'am.
Get your ugly, yellow, no
We
good
can't hear
keister
it.
off
We
my
can't hear it.
property.
Yeah, we can't hear them.
1,
No.
2, 10.
All right, I'm out of here. You guys get back to your show.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Yeah. All right, I'm out.
Bye, Scott.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, bye. Bye. I don't know how to end it.
I don't get kicked out. I kick myself out. Watch
I know.
this, Skulls. Bye.
All right.
Adios.
Oh, poor Skulls. Oh, I know. When he made that name Streamlabs, I was like, what is going on?
It took me a while because there wasn't that check. And
yeah,
it just
I didn't
don't-
even notice.
What do you mean a check?
the
Next
check
to the
mark next to
Streamlabs thing.
Streamlabs.
Oh, yeah.
But he got me.
Yeah, those are not
Uh-huh.
flies around Pigpen. There's no way.
Those are
I just
those are
killed
flies
one.
around Jay.
They are. I'm like grossed out, man.
I tried the vinegar thing that someone suggested the other day in chat. It didn't work.
Wait, Heather said, get your ugly, yellow,
Yellow.
bony keister off my property. before I pump your guts full of bones.
1, 2, 10.
How
Snow, you should call in.
Yeah, call in, Snow.
Yes, we want to hear your German accent.
Yes. Lilybit.
Here, let me put the link in here. Lilybit! She says, I tried the Zoom link. It tells me to download it. I tried several ways. Do you guys have to download Zoom? I didn't think you did.
I didn't download it.
But
I'm
she's
on my
a
PC.
phone. She's on a phone, I think.
Hold on, let me go on my phone and try.
There's a phone number I can give you. Hold on, Lily. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. I think I can give you a phone number.
Where's Jay?
Yeah, there is phone numbers for Zoom.
There
I
is.
just heard my voice.
Mhm.
Where did they go though?
I think they're on the invite thing.
Where is that? Do you see it?
There's
Invite.
So- I'm on an iPhone. I don't know if you are, Lilybit, but if you click it, it says ready to get started, download from App Store. Underneath that, it says or join by iPhone, one tap. So you can click on that.
Here's something else too. I think it's too large. It's too loud and beefy.
Not dumb pigeons.
Crap. Okay, let's see here. Okay, one tap mobile right here. Oh, it's still too much.
Beefy pigeons.
They're loud. and
Loud and beefy.
Okay, let's try this.
Spitfire, what?
What?
Ooh.
I think they're because Skull said you could be anyone you want to be online. So that's who Spitfire is.
Hold on. Okay, here we go. Let's see if this works. There's the numbers. So the first one, it says mobile.
Oh, jeez.
And you don't want to probably do that because that's got all those little things in it. So you can try the phone number. Oh, God, I don't even know. I'm sorry, Lily. Try the phone number and then use this passcode. So you call one of those numbers, call like 1-312-626-6799, and then when it asks you for the PIN, do 673522. The phone number 312-626-6799, and the passcode is 673522. So maybe that will help.
Quiet down, potato.
Keep it down over there, lady.
I was trying to hit my mute. I didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, just dial 867-5309.
You'll get Scott if you dial that
I'm
number.
just mad my Google Voice is it works, but you guys can't hear the caller, so it kind of like defeats the whole purpose.
Well, that's why we got to figure out if we're using Zoom, how to hear things without you sharing your screen.
I know. Well, you can't. You have to either share screen or share audio. You have to do that. But the weird thing is, like, I have it shared, but you still can't hear the calls. So I need to figure out what I need to put my call audio on so that Zoom can pick it up, I think.
What a mess.
Oh, Snow says she is watching from Arizona Bay.
Arizona.
I love it. Arizona. Cheers to you, Arizona. I bet you know somebody named Linder that lives out there.
Listen, Linda.
Linder.
Spitfire. That
Linder.
reminds me, I'm supposed to ask Jay a very serious question from an 8-year-old. Shoot. Shoot. Let's get some background music going for Sunday Night Live.
Why are you frozen on YouTube?
Yeah, I was just wondering that.
You and Scott.
I don't know. Why am I on
like
there
you're-
twice?
Looking down longingly at him.
Longingly. Why am I up here twice? Wait, let's turn on the camera and see what happened.
Hey, Shamrock's in Scotland.
Shamrock! I said hi to you in chat earlier. Hey, Shamrock.
Cherry, I live in Carolina.
Carolina.
Ohio.
I live in Florida. Tampa, Florida.
Florida.
Jesse wants to know where you went to make your logo. I didn't make my logo. She asks me every time she watches with me. I didn't make it. Someone made it for me. But I use a site called BeFunky. BeFunky.com. But yeah, Oni made that logo for me. How ironic is that, right? How ironic. But it was perfect. It was perfect. Actually, this guy named This is Chaz is the one that came up with J is for Justice. I was like, that's cool. Sounds good to me, you know. Went with it. Why does she want?
Logo.
Does she want to make a logo or something? Spitfire. Hit the buzzer. Wah wah wah.
Creep Town, dude.
Yeah, and like you guys can't hear the sound bites either, which kind of sucks.
Hey, Mike.
Oh,
Hi,
Sanner.
Mike Sanner.
Sanner! Wait. Sanner has gas.
What?
Huh?
Why does he have gas?
Huh? He's gassy. You know
Oh.
that?
No.
I thought everybody here knew that.
I don't know.
Everybody knows about his gastrointestinal problems. Where have you guys been? Really?
Not paying attention to his asshole,
Oh,
apparently.
the sound bites.
What?
Oh, sound bites?
Yeah, we just can't hear
Bundy's
it.
a poop butt.
I know what it is now,
Bundy's his
though.
mama's boy.
Oh, does Jesse want to
Oh,
know?
that's right.
Does Jesse want to know where I ordered the fruit flies from? St. Petersburg, Florida.
Fresh Florida fruit
She
flies.
wants to go on YouTube. Oh, I would rethink that, Spitfire. She's 8. I don't know if I'd put her on YouTube. Angie B. Mike Sanner Sharts. Lord help me. Make them wonder, don't tell. Lily, did you get to
working?
call? I know. She said okay. Maybe she just saw it.
I think she just saw it.
Oh, okay. So while we're waiting for Lily, let's see if Lily can get the number to work. I have a video to play for you guys.
Ooh.
Let's go like this. All right. I know you can only see a portion. Don't freak out yet. There we go. This is just easier for me to share this way.
What?
What? What's wrong?
Nothing.
Did it work?
Well, yeah, I can see him.
You can see who?
Joe Biden.
Oh, you can?
Are we not supposed to see Joe Biden?
Yes, you
Are
are.
we supposed to?
Okay.
You should see Joe Biden on your screen right now. If you can, well, it's just switched to OBS, but it's going to switch around. But let me get it up there for them. Okay, so this is not a mistake. This is not, you know, a J technical issue that you really should see President Biden on your screen. Hold on. Look at my face there. You know that people that hate me are screenshotting that right now. You know they are. Look, Jake. Oh my God! I think she has I think she's got bruises on her face and a black eye. That happened to me before.
Mm-hmm.
So story time with Jay. While we do this really quick, I'm trying to find out what window I need to shut here. What the f- going on? Story time with Jay. Someone actually took a picture of me. It was like a pause on a video where I was like in the middle of saying a word and passed it around and said I had a black eye.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's with the dude in the mask? Let's see. That's kind of
What dude in the
scary.
mask?
In the corner.
What dude?
Oh man, he is creepy.
It's creepy clowns.
Oh, where did that come
Bank
from?
heist.
Oh gosh.
Oh, it's from the Joker. It's
Oh.
It's from
Yeah, it is.
it's from the Joker movie. Look at my suggestions.
Jerry said at work, if you freeze during a meeting, they make it an emoji.
Awesome.
That is awesome. So have you guys, Heather and Potato, have you seen this yet?
No.
No.
You haven't?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Let me move this up. Alrighty.
Why is this recent?
Correct. This is from 4 days ago.
Didn't he have COVID then?
Hey, hold
Or
on.
maybe not.
Hold on. Okay. So he was talking about climate and what do you call it? Oil, what do you call that? Not climate, but come on, save the trees. What do you call that? I'm having a total mind blank. I'm having a Mike Sanner brain fart.
Ew.
The
environment.
Environment, yes. That kind of that wasn't what I was looking for, but you know what I'm saying. So he's talking about the environment, about oil, and how we're going to preserve our environment, whatever. Just listen to what he says, okay? So that's what he's talking about, and this is his story that comes along after it.
Dang it, I can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
No, I'll just go to YouTube. and
Wait
watch
a
it.
minute.
Oh,
they can't hear it neither.
They can't hear it either. I could hear your music.
What music?
I don't know, there's music playing on YouTube.
Oh, you
when
can
I
hear
mute
that?
it.
I can't hear it.
On YouTube, yeah, when I mute it.
But you can't hear the video.
No.
I have no idea why. I have the little checkbox checked. Share audio. Your screen sharing is paused. Oh. Why? Fuck, man, this is annoying. I'm just going to share my whole damn screen. I don't care. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you guys see it? No, they still can't hear it. I know why. Two seconds. My computer is acting really weird tonight.
They said it was Manson. It's Manson's fault.
I know. Thank God I don't have a lamp on. Now you can hear it?
Mm-mm.
It's not playing.
Yeah, I know. You guys are probably like, oh my God, why do I deal with this chick? Why? Tell me why. All right.
Why?
Now you can hear it. Can't you? If you say no, you're going to get like...
Are we going to get booted?
Annihilated. Annihilated. Okay, here. One more try. Can they still see it?
I think so.
I don't think you guys realize how many windows this shit takes, and my mic keeps dropping down. I'm down here. Okay. The fuck? One more shot. Here we go.
Look off the window. That's why I had
Can you hear it?
No.
You guys can't? Okay, go to YouTube. I'm over it. Just go. It's
Fine,
literally
just
a
you-
20-second clip. Go to
Okay.
YouTube. Just go to YouTube. Do not pass go. Just go directly to YouTube.
You had to put on your windshield wipers to get literally the oil slick off the window. That's why I and so damn many other people I grew up have cancer.
You don't even really... Wow, look at his head. Okay, so this is what happened. He said something about you had to use the windshield wipers to get the oil slick off at the first frost. That's why I and so many damn people that I grew up with have cancer. Let's play it again.
You had to put on your windshield wipers to get literally the oil slick off the window. That's why I and so damn many other people I grew up have cancer.
Okay. Did you hear that? He is looking, he's not looking very good. So the White House press office was forced to quickly clarify Mr. Biden's statement by referring to a tweet from Washington Post columnist Glenn Kessler. Ooh, what's that say? Check out Biden's medical report. Before he became president, he had non-melanoma skin cancers removed. Is he getting that confused?
It's not hard with him.
Biden's physician, Dr. Kevin O'Connor, issued a he looks like he's sleeping. Issued a health report in 2021 that didn't refer to the president as suffering from any current cancers. I do kind of remember Bedroom Eyes. Is that you?
Jay, get your fruit flies out of here.
What?
I just had 2 fruit flies.
Oh, you have them too?
Yes. I don't know where they came from.
You know, this is almost getting sad, to be honest. Like,
it is.
At first, it was funny because, you know, it was like he was just clumsy. But now, I mean, this cancer thing,
it's like elder
what?
abuse.
He's just too old.
To get literally the oil slick off the window.
He should be relaxing in Delaware.
That's why I and
with his
so
wife.
damn many other people I grew up have cancer.
I just think that that's just very dangerous that, I don't know, he's like the commander-in-chief. But go ahead, Heather.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's sad.
It is. I mean, it really, I'm not like laughing at. I mean, I thought it was kind of funny when his foot got stuck in those straps, but to be honest, I don't really, I haven't really followed politics, so I haven't really seen much of him.
Did you see the new trend going around about his falling bike incident?
Mm-mm.
You go to the place where he fell and you pose with a bike on the ground and you on the ground as Biden on the ground.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's like the new trend.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Is this a real thing?
Yeah.
Is there like videos on YouTube?
Oh, I don't know if there's videos. I've seen pictures.
Oh, it's a picture thing. Like you're not taking a video and falling like him?
No, you're taking pictures.
That is hilarious. Let me see. Let's do a search. Biden
bike challenge.
Filled it in for me. Let's see. It's too many of him. I think I'd have to like.
Well,
go.
Did
through
you go
thousands.
to images?
Oh no, I'm on YouTube.
Oh.
Duh.
I thought you Googled it.
No, I thought I was, and I screwed up. Biden bike challenge.
And you will have to scroll down like
Heather.
a little bit. What?
Heather Bratt.
They named the place Brandon Falls.
What's that mean? Oh, this place?
Yeah.
What are people doing? Are they waving? I don't get it. I don't see any images, dude, of that.
Really? I have like 4 right here.
Really? Share.
Yeah.
Can you share?
Share my screen?
Trump mocked Biden falling off the bike. That's kind of immature, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I can sit here and be really immature and laugh, but why does he got to do that? Let me see.
Can I share?
It's kind of stupid. Trump hit a golf ball. He's like, whew, and he swings the golf ball, and then you see Biden on the bike, woo! And then all of a sudden he falls over.
Oh, I can't share.
Oh, the little piggies in their piggy tweets.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, you're a host. You are a hostess with the mostest.
All right, hold on. I gotta close a bunch of windows. Oh man, I have so many up.
I don't
Why?
use StreamYard, Lily, unfortunately. It's not StreamYard, this is Zoom. I'm going to get everything straightened around, and I missed if you said that you were Bedroom Eyes, because I vaguely remember that name.
Did it work?
Mm-hmm.
So you can see some of the pictures?
I want to make sure they can see. Hold on. Yep. Oh, gosh. Yeah, it's good. Oh my
I don't know what else is down here. But yeah, see, like a bunch of people just going there and like falling on the ground.
That is hysterical. And they named it what? Brandon Falls?
Biden bike challenge. There were a couple more too.
Yeah, I was seeing mainly him. Then those blue sneakers he's got on.
What is that? Oh, Brandon Falls.
Welcome to Jay is Derailed podcast.
Oh. That's all I got.
And I said, go ahead.
How do I stop this now?
Up at the top, stop share, I think.
A four-way, if you will.
Stop share.
Well, I kind of feel like, this was somewhat my fault that we didn't get to take a lot of call-ins because my phone line didn't work correctly. And I'm going to figure out what the issue is. And we will, we'll do more call-ins. I think this is good. Even, any call-ins, like to talk about anything. Just to chit-chat with everybody. And I think if we get that perfected, that it'll be a lot easier. I don't really like using Zoom for call-ins. People don't know how to use it all the time, and just easier to make.
I don't even know how to use it.
I don't either.
No, I know.
And I run it. I don't even know how to use it. That's why Gillespie asked me to make the meeting. He was like, I don't know how to do it. Wendy was like, I don't know how to do it. And I was like, well, I can try to figure it out. You know, Mr. Windle. We talked in a chat once on Bedroom Eyes 1975. I just remember your name, just vaguely, man. I don't remember. I need a new phone cable. What does that mean?
Tato's not muted.
I had to mute for a little bit because my kid came in.
Oh.
Oh.
But I'm still
She doesn't
here.
want to talk to us.
Sometimes we have to mute our lives out of the live stream. It happens. But I think we're going to wrap this up, guys. I'm extremely exhausted. I'm not going to lie. I am not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
I'm just tired.
I'm just so done.
Oh. I'll never forget. Here's a fun random story. When I first started the YouTube channel and I got that Watts stuff and I had bronchitis.
Oh God.
Ain't nobody got time for that. But for real, like I had bronchitis and I totally fell asleep on a live while we were watching the interrogation. The clock of Chris sitting there. Tick, tock, tick. We watched it in real time. I didn't fast forward nothing. And I was in my chair and I fell asleep and I was snoring. I was only on YouTube for maybe a month.
Oh,
ouch.
What a way to start.
Some things never change. I've done it a few times. Oh, the old-fashioned phone cables. You know what? Scott Skulls? Oh, it was Natasha Cooper's chat? I was thinking it was way longer, like it was way, way back. I vaguely do. Email me, Lily, and let's refresh my memory. Then he said he had asthma.
who has asthma?
I don't know. Janice Burns said that. Janice. Dane's trial is going to be in August in Colorado Springs. Maybe you could go in there and get a quick pic. Shh, don't tell anyone. Hey, did you guys see that Barry Morphew got his final sentence?
Oh, for the voting fraud?
Yeah. For voting for Trump in his wife's name.
Yeah.
He got...
Put it in Slack somewhere. Oh, he got probation.
He got probation and community service.
Get him out of the community.
Yeah.
That's enough service.
He's already... Yeah, so he pled guilty to forgery. You want to see the little video here? I didn't realize there was one. Want to see it real quick?
Sure.
Do you guys want to see it, YouTube? Because Barry's on Zoom. I wouldn't show it if Bear wasn't on Zoom. I know Belle. Belle's got to go potty. She's by the door. All
I
right.
see her eyes
You
glowing.
can see
It's
her eyes.
creepy.
Oh, you can. They're like
Yeah.
they're like little dimes in the light. Okay, let's see what this is about.
It's time for savings
Where's
at American
I hate
Furniture
ads.
Warehouse. We're overstocked on special.
What?
I didn't know you were playing the video.
J is for just can't stay awake. That's so true. Monica Bueno. Are you related to JB Bueno? Monica, if you want to go to Dane. Oh, here we go. Hold on. I feel like I'm muted.
Make sure I got everybody in here.
How long is this?
I think we're good.
Oh, it's 23 minutes. I don't even think he's going to talk, but let's see.
I mean, hopefully things go the way you explained, but if they don't, you face up to 3 years in prison and a felony conviction.
Yeah, I understand.
All right,
Has anybody
guys,
made you any promises?
I didn't know this was there. I'm going to have to make another video. Sorry. Sorry, Charlies. I'm turning it off because I'm going to make a video out of that. That's some good ass footage right there.
Bye, Bear Bear.
Bye, Bear Bear. So anyways, he got community service and probation. So anyways, what else did I want to talk to you guys about? There was something else. Oh, gosh, how could I forget? For you Watts listeners. For your Watts listeners, we are going to be rewatching some interviews from the beginning of the case, specifically Cindy Watts's interview. And did I say Cindy Watts's?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stick a fork in me, I'm done.
Your folk.
Do you want that carving
stick
fork?
Two forks. A carving fork and a plastic fork. Hi, Charisse. Welcome back. She went to the store and shit and came back and we're still on. Talking about folks. Anyways, we're going to be looking at Cindy Watts' interview and discussing it like we do, like with a new set of lenses like we have. It's going on the 4th year, right?
Yeah.
The 4th anniversary is coming up.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's been that long.
Little CC Watts would have been 7 this month.
Sad.
Yeah, so I want to go back and I want to rewatch some of that because some of that early stuff, you know, I watched it in the beginning and I've never really watched it again.
Yeah, you don't go back to it.
Not that. I mean, I went back to the Discovery and
like a million
Chris's
times
shit,
with the Discovery.
You know. Oh yeah, all that. But I've never gone back to the Wattses, and I'm just going to keep saying the Wattses.
Heather said it's a thing now.
I know, so that's why I got approval from her, so I continued. The Wattses. Cindy Watts's interview. So yeah, it'll be interesting, and I think that we need to come in it, you know, with a new set of lenses like we do with the other things, you know. If we could come at Charlie Manson with fair eyeballs, we can come to the Watts with fair eyeballs 4 years later. I think we can do it. Do it. So I'm excited about that. And of course, we've got Andy Tillett on Sunday coming on.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Potato, can you tell us a little bit about Andy's book? Like the name of it and stuff? I don't have it in front of me.
I can't remember what the name of it is. I've listened to the whole thing though now. In fact, I listened to it like twice.
Good. So maybe you can kind of, I'll look up the name of it. You kind of tell us about the book, like what.
Yeah. So the first time I listened to it, I didn't know anything about Manson. Now I was listening to I've got the audio book. I don't have the actual book. So I was listening to it while I was painting and stuff. And all this stuff that we've been going over now is all stuff that was actually in his book. So I was like, wow, like we probably actually did a pretty good job.
Oh, really?
When I went back to listen, it was all stuff that was in that book.
Interesting.
That's
so
good.
It's actually called,
so it's pretty good.
It's called The Last Charles Manson Tapes. Evil Lives Beyond, the Grave. This came out on June 30th of 2020, and it was written by Andy Tillett, my good friend Andy, and Dylan Howard. They've also written other books as well. They have one on the Princess Di, Lady Di.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I don't want to speak out of turn, so I'm not going to say I think. So I know they have one on Princess Diana and one on Manson. So I'm not going to speak out of turn. We'll ask him. But he's worked for Radar Online, the National Enquirer, Daily Mail. He has really been involved in a lot of cases and talked to a lot of players throughout the years. So, yeah, it'll be really interesting. If you want to see a little bit of Andy, you can go back. I think it was about a year ago, about last June, he was on with me. So just if you go into my YouTube, actually, I can do it and put it in chat. Why don't I do that? It's easier for me because instead of telling them how to do it.
He also brought out the connection and stuff between Sharon Tate and Manson.
That's what was intriguing to me.
Yeah, Manson had been to the house and they'd locked eyes and stuff.
Ooh.
Really? Locked eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Weird. So do we think that Manson might have been taunting her, or?
Well, we know he was there when they were having that dinner party. And he was asking for Melcher.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's so twisted, isn't it?
That was in March or April of that year.
That is
and
twisted.
He'd been to the house and he'd talked to, what's his name? Rudy Altobelli. Because he was looking for Melcher. And that's when he found out that he didn't live there anymore and that it was Roman Polanski.
Yeah, because Roman's like, this is the Polanski residence. Check the guest house. I don't know that name.
Okay, I found the Tillet video. Oh my gosh, my intro and my music is so different. It's so weird. Like I was saying, the changes. Now I gotta go back to YouTube.
What year did you do that?
Do what?
The Tillet video.
Last year.
Oh.
I think. Let me double check. I don't know. 1 year ago, yes. 1 year ago. Andy Tillett is a journalist and author hailing from Derbyshire, UK. Are you near Derbyshire?
Derbyshire, yeah.
Oh, what is it?
Derbyshire.
Derbyshire. Okay. So it's not Derby,
not
the Kentucky
Derby.
Derby. I mean, that's how
Derby.
it's spelled. Derbysshire.
Yeah,
Derbyshire.
There's a lot of places that aren't said how they're spelled here.
It's Derbyshire. Are you near Derbyshire?
Derbyshire. Yeah. I am actually not very far away from them.
Okay.
Maybe an hour.
Far out. So maybe you and Andy can talk about, your homeland.
Mm-hmm. In the Midlands.
So he has hunted down scoops from the most glamorous parties in Hollywood to the slums of India and exposed the sex lives of A-listers, darkest secrets of serial killers, and money scams of billionaires and royals, and various other combinations thereof. He also has reported on humanitarian disasters, miscarriages of justice, and the dark side of Silicon Valley. Andy has written for Daily Mail, Radar Online, and the National Enquirer, to name a few. And there you have it. Wait a second, you guys. My old intro. All of a sudden in the chat, there was breaking news that there was a raid going on in Houston, Texas. Can you hear it or no?
Or no?
No.
Well, check out that video, you guys. Oh my gosh.
People were pouring over.
Ignore my co-host and ignore my 40 extra pounds on me. Oh my goodness gracious.
What are you talking about?
In this video, I'm giving you guys the link to.
Nothing.
Kidding me? Okay, well, I think this is time to end this live. It's this has just gone on long enough, folks. I think we need to go to bed. I'm tired. I'm losing my mind. But
You're just losing it now, Jay?
Yeah.
No. It's been gone. It's been gone. He does look like shit, Barry. Yeah, he looks really, really tired. Charisse, like groovy man. Snow, my kids argue about Worcester sauce pronunciation with me. Seriously, like they know, right? I don't even know. Is it Worcester?
Worcester. Such a shyster.
I've been on YouTube too long. Worcester.
Worcestershire.
Oh my God, you say it perfect. Say it again.
Worcestershire.
I can't even move my tongue like that. Worcestershire.
Worcestershire sauce.
Wow, I really can't say it like that. Can you, Heather?
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. I can't do it.
I only know Worcester because Worcester is a town around here.
Oh, okay. Break it down for me then. Worcester.
No, wuss. Say wuss.
Wussy. Wuss.
No. Wuss.
Okay, wuss.
Wuss. Ta.
Worcester.
Sha.
Worcestershire.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't even have to close my mouth. Worcestershire.
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 Yes, that was perfect.
My
Nailed
pronunciations just really suck. Worcestershire. Oh, Snow says it Worcestershire.
Worcester.
Carrie Worcester, like Roberters.
Yeah, exactly. Shyster.
I always said Worcester sauce.
Tato. Heather wants you to say water.
Water.
No, Tato.
Oh.
Water.
Water.
Or say it properly. Water.
Oh my God! Look at read Janice Burns' comment.
Jay, did you see where I will send my hubby to the showers? I cannot get off work.
Yes.
Her husband is gonna go for Jay is for Justice. Holy! Listen, if Mr. Burns ends up having to do this, and Janice, I don't want you to take vacation time to do that. I really don't. I want you to spend your vacation time with your family. So please don't take your vacation time to do this. Hear me. So if Mr. Burns goes, we will buy him lunch and a beer daily. That is so nice to even offer. Will you buy me
lunch and a beer?
I'll think about it. Of course I would. If anybody wants to go to a trial, lunch and a beer on me. And maybe what do you call it? A fireball. All right, we're out of here, you guys. Okay, so do you guys want to listen to Manson on the way out or typical Dance It Out?
I think we need a Manson dance out.
Yeah. One last Manson.
Okay.
A little Manson
strumming.
dance.
Little strumming.
Are you going to do a Manson dance, Jay?
No.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, she is.
No. That's where I draw the line. That's where I stand down.
We have to stand down.
Stand down, JB.
But I hope that Bueno, hit me up. The mute button. 1, 2, 3, mute.
Always back to the mute button.
Skulls, you're gonna break Google by changing your name that many times.
Do it.
Correct. She liked to twirl.
All right. Good night. Good night, Laura W. And Laura W., to answer your question, I saw it earlier. I couldn't answer at that time. That person never sent me the unredacted Uvalde videos. I never got them. I will check again tonight, but I did not see them, and I was looking because I really did want them. Good night, Carrie. Excuse me. Snow. #1 million hit song by Manson coming right up.
Too bad, Heather. Deal with it. You're getting Manson dances.
Dear Father God, Lord.
Oh, dear Father God, Lord. Where is he?
In the name of Jesus.
Yeah, that's what. In the name of Jesus, Father God, Lord.
In the name of Jesus, Father God, Lord.
Heather the brat. We're all on the same plane. It's kind of scary. Yay, there's Bueno. Thank you, Bueno. She didn't say no bueno. She said thumbs up. All right. Make sure you guys all give this a thumbs up, please. Thank you, Heather, and thank you, Potato. And join us for the next MK Ultra. Be looking for that. You guys rock. All right. See ya.
Good night.
Skulls number.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Damn, 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 damn. You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to friends, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time, I ain't got time. I ain't
for living. The time keeps on flying. Think you're loving, baby, and all you're doing is crying.
Enjoy this piece by Manson.
Ah, those feelings real. Look at your game, girl. Look at your game, girl. What a mad delusion. Living in that confusion, frustration and doubt. Can you ever live without the game? The sad, sad game. Mad game. Just to say your love's not enough. If you can't be true, you can tell those lies, baby, but you're only fooling you. Can you feel those feelings real? Look at your game, girl. Oh, look at your game, girl. If you can't feel and the feelings ain't real, then you better stop trying, or you're gonna play crying. Stop trying, or you're gonna play crying. That's the game. Sad, sad game. Mad game. Sad game. There's a time for living. The time keeps on